Hi.
Hello.
So, you're a new actor now.
No.
You're like a first-time actor. It's like a whole...
Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, an overnight success after 30-some years.
It's been 30-some years, an amazing career, really.
Yeah.
And now do you feel like it's a rebirth or a new
Yes,
thing?
absolutely. Yeah, why not? It is. It is. Look, I mean, I was slaving, in the theater for years on end, and on TV and the little movies. I mean, little movies and big movies, but little parts, and most in Germany, in Austria, some in England, some in France.
You've been working English since the beginning, pretty much.
Yeah.
I mean, you did Catherine Zeta-Jones's first movie, Catherine the Great.
I know. Oh, it's funny. Yeah. No, I was when I was very young, I was in a war movie with Robert Mitchum and Cord Jurgens and Richard Burton. I had a scene with Richard Burton, which was cut out from the movie, so I have no proof that it's true.
So did you want to become a Hollywood actor at that point? Was that the
Well, no, I didn't. Yeah, of course I wanted to become a Hollywood actor, but I didn't know what it was. I still really don't, to this day. I want to do the good stuff like everybody else. If it happens in Hollywood, if I get it, I assume then I'm a Hollywood actor. I don't know.
Did you come to LA and make an effort to do that at some point? Or
I did at one point. I was about, 22, something like that. And a friend of mine had arranged a meeting with Paul Kohner, who it happened so, knew my grandfather. And so, he said the right thing to me. He said, you have to make up your mind. You want to pass through the background for the rest of your life yelling Heil Hitler. And, he put it very bluntly, very directly, and very effectively, because I knew at that very moment, no thank you, I don't want to. And, so many people I know make the effort, which is... to be admired, and still, in a way, a little naive, I find, to come here and try, to find a gap where they could fit through. I don't know, they do what they could have done over there, and all right, the weather is nicer. Yeah, that's true.
Well, Till Schweiger, who's in the movie, Inglorious, made a run at it and had a big career in Germany, and then kind of came over here and never found the great opportunity.
Yeah, and he not a great one. He was doing all right. I think there were a lot of other things with Till why he returned. But it needs to be said in all seriousness. I mean, a part like my part in Inglourious Basterds, it would be very silly, very, very silly to count on that. Right. Because it doesn't exist. And that it does or did or happen to me just proves the point. That's the exception to the rule, but that was it. There are no more exceptions.
So do you know where Quentin saw you, that he became attached to you?
No, I don't want to know. Sometimes I have no idea. It's the German casting agent. I don't know what she showed him.
But didn't he actually work on the script for you at some point? Didn't he kind of hook into you as the guy you wanted?
No. The script was finished. The script was the script. We did not change one letter, and I made it an important part of my preparation and my goal to not change a comma. So I adhered to the text. Letter perfect.
And what was the first contact you had? What was the first time were you put on tape the first time?
No, he doesn't do that. That's another thing. In a way, for Quentin, we all know this. The maverick and the zany wild guy. The enfant terrible. Well, he might be. I'm sure all of that is true. Not for me. it might be true. It's probably part of the sum total.
Right.
But you know, and Quentin in his work is like almost traditionally old-fashioned. Immensely well behaved, immensely accommodating, polite and helpful, and you know, sometimes to the degree of being solicitous, and you know, he sort of goes out of his way to make you feel comfortable and right and wanted, appreciated, and this incredibly never-ending flow of energy that sort of pulls everybody along, so that you encounter that as you enter the room for the first time. And it's just him, you know. Sometimes you come to these castings where you have like a whole you know, legion of people who all have an opinion, and you can tell from the way they look at you, you know, that they have an opinion, and you know, terribly intimidating. And they, you know, what is it that they want to see? They put up gadgets everywhere. You know, I did a casting once. I didn't even know what the bloody part was. You know, they had two cameras with, you know, very jazzy-looking camera people. So, what for? What for?
So after all these years, you kind of know in the room what's going on. Do you have a sense of that?
Well, with the person, yeah. Well, maybe you don't, or maybe I didn't know what was going on, but you know, you participate in what's going on, and you need to be allowed to participate. Otherwise, you know, you don't stand a chance. So Quentin opens it all up to you and plays with you. It's fantastically entertaining to do a casting with Quentin.
So how far into the character that you ended up doing on screen were you at that point when you did the audition?
Well, nowhere near it. But that was not the question. That's another thing, you know. Quentin gives you the whole script. Normally you get the sides. You get like 3 pages of something that you have not the foggiest idea what it's supposed to be. And with Quentin you can put it in the whole context. You know the whole script. So, you know, you get an idea. You know, what can you do with 3 pages of dialogue? You can kind of say it, you know. Yeah, so it was not just entertaining, it was really interesting to play with him.
So how did the two of you develop where you would go with this character?
Well, as we went along, we rehearsed, we talked a lot about it, and you know, nothing mysterious.
Was there a moment you found him, or was it just
no, that it doesn't work like that. You know, it's no eureka. Because that would be actually, you know, the ringing of an alarm. If you had a eureka, I got it, now I can do it. No, you know, I mean, at least the way I look at it, as you develop it as you do it, and the point of departure is your preparation, yes, but you know, then you can't get stuck on that. You know, it might develop into something else, or that's why the director is important.
So was the first scene that's in the movie the first scene you shot in that character?
Yep. Yeah, the first day was the very first thing in the script, and it didn't stay like that. But the chapters, you know, it's in 5 chapters, and the chapters were shot consecutively. But within the chapters, we kind of bounced around a bit. Not with the first one, because we really did that consecutively.
So how many days did you guys take doing that?
We did 5 days on location and 3 days in the studio on that. Well, you know, 8 days for what adds up to be, I don't know, what is it, 16, 17, 18 minutes. It's not so bad.
No, but is your theater training important in a scene like that? Because it's such a big scene.
Yeah, absolutely. Is the ceiling coming down?
Apparently 2012 is happening. Roland Emmerich is somewhere. I think it may be actually your movie doing that noise, but hopefully it'll pass. Anyway, being a theater actor and doing a scene that long, That
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, not just because it's that long. Yeah, that too, but also to have done a whole play, and this is a play.
Yeah.